Right. And when your mom overdosed, were you guys there? Were you around, or was she somewhere
My
else?
dad was at work and my brother was down in his room. We just got back with our stuff, with the heroin that we were getting.
Okay.
And me and my mom did ours together while my brother went down and did his with his girlfriend. And we were sitting there for a while, and I was like watching TV with her, and then I told her I was going to go upstairs to enjoy the high myself and go upstairs and watch TV. And when I went up there, she must have hid something or something, because she was always known to do that at that point. She must have hid something somewhere else and did more,
Okay.
because while I was upstairs and my brother was down, because she knew I wasn't going to be coming down for a while and my brother wasn't going to be coming up for a while, because we were, going to probably pass out. So she knew she had time to do it. And when my dad got home, he did his, but my mom was sitting on the couch, like back like this with her eyes closed and doing like a gurgling sound, like she's like gasping for air kind of or something, like she can't breathe. And my dad noticed, and we're trying to talk to her, get her up a little bit. Her lips are turning blue and stuff, and we can tell she's like kind of like having an overdose. But she gets up for a second, like, yeah, I'm fine, whatever. And we were gonna call the ambulance, but we had already called the ambulance one time before, and they got there. But then of course, she got up like just in time when they were there, like out of it or something. And she, I guess, just because she knew her name and where she was, and said, I don't want to go with you, the ambulance paramedic said, we can't take her, we can't force her. And my dad was mad at them, because they're like, you can see she's still not even really herself just because she knows her name. You can see she basically just had like an overdose. She's only back up because we gave her the Narcan, but they said they weren't going to take her even though we knew she had to go. So my dad didn't want to call again. So me and my dad left to the store. And then we got back about 30 minutes later. She was back on the couch doing that gurgling sound again. And that's when I went downstairs. I can't really remember fully anymore, but I know that my dad finally did call the paramedics about an hour later, because he just said he couldn't look at her like that no more. And I kind of stayed downstairs because I guess I was too scared to look and everything. And then my dad came down and said that I had to, like, basically that she was gone, that I had to come say goodbye before they zipped her up and took her. Right after that, we went down. We sat there for a minute, and my dad asked, eventually after maybe like an hour of just sitting there, he finally asked, he was like, do you have anything left? And I was like, at first I was like, really? In my head, I'm like, you're really asking that? But then I wanted something too, even though in the back of my head, that addict in me was like, yeah, I guess we got nothing better to do. So I was like, yeah, let's go. And then we went down to my brother's room, because he had his room in the basement there. And we went down into his room, grabbed the rest that I had, and that's the worst part. We just went down and did another line of the stuff that she literally just OD'd and died over. And just got taken away an hour ago. And we just already downstairs doing it again. And I sat down, we both just sat down there in his room for a second, and in my head, I just couldn't believe we just did that. I'm like, we just did that? Like, seriously, after she just passed?